2020.
2020 is finally over.
Protests erupted against the controversial CAA and NRC across India.
Wearing this and reporting for even half an hour could be very difficult.
Farmers here at the Singhu border believe that disinformation and fake news on social media is an attempt to discredit their protest.
Looking back at the 1 year for the on-ground reporting experience, a lot of things come to mind.
I don't think any journalism school, any number of fantastic editors, or anybody really could have prepared a ground reporter for what the year was going to be.
The lockdown and the safety concerns that came with it had made it difficult for us to do the basic job as a journalist.
But we had to.
ये सुनिए और देखिए कि JNU में क्या हुआ था।
सर ये दिखाइए, बताइए कि क्या तोड़फोड़ हुई है आपके रूम में और क्या हुआ?
जय श्री राम का झंडा लगाया था उन्होंने मस्जिद के ऊपर कल 25 फरवरी को।
In terms of the Northeast Delhi violence of February 2020, where I was on ground zero at the epicenter of the violence, and I saw it get worse minute by minute, and then of course it became full-fledged communal violence. To staying with the story even months after the violence ended, to reporting on the crackdown that was happening and the arrests that were happening during the lockdown. A lot of great editorial debates and discussions have happened around these stories for me. I think there was a chance that I was willing to take on more than one occasion, that we have to have everything and only then go ahead and publish the story.
अब हम कहाँ जाएंगे बताओ जरा, सब हम इतने परेशान हैं हम लोग यहाँ पे।
The last time before the pandemic officially began that I went out reporting was at this relief camp set up for the Northeast Delhi riot victims. After that, for about 2 months, I was unable to go out report.
ये जो सफ़र है ये इजी नहीं है, एक्स्ट्रॉर्डनरी है, ये बहुत लंबा है, बहुत मुश्किल है, इसीलिए शायद इसको द लॉन्गेस्ट मार्च इन इंडिया कहा जा रहा है।
When I started getting queries from different people, relatives, friends, viewers, readers about certain facts which we could only verify by doing ground reporting, I eventually decided to travel. And my first ground report was my travel from Delhi to Jharkhand.
दुकान है तो 50 रुपए से बच जाते हैं, घंटे 2 घंटे खोल लेते, आ जाता फोर्स बंद करवा देते।
यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे, बैठ भूखा मरेंगे फिर।
It was in May that I met one of the migrant workers called Satvir. He was also forced to leave the city because he had no source of earning left in the city. कितने साल से दिल्ली में?
4-5 साल। अब नहीं रहूँगा मैं दिल्ली।
Tons of comments, tons of well wishes, from every corner across the world poured in for Satvir, and we could in no time manage to receive donation of over 3 lakhs for Satvir.
We never thought that we would see thousands of migrant workers walking back home, some walking more than 1,000 kilometers to get home. We decided that our safety concerns were not as big as their plight. So we started reporting from these camps and the railway stations. It was during our reporting from these camps we learned that the government was planning to stop all trains, and the reports from the Quint and many other media houses eventually led to the government withdrawing this decision. But the damage was done by them. In the days that followed, many migrant workers were walking believing that they will not get a train. One of the cases that struck with us was Jamuna, whom we found on a footpath during our reportage. She was sitting on the footpath with blisters on her feet and a 4-month-old child in her arm. We were able to convince her, and with help of some government officials, ensure that she got on a train. A few days later, when she called and said that she will never forget us, that was one of the proudest moments of our career.
What I remember most distinctly is the first story I stepped out for after the lockdown hit. Me and my camera person, Sanjay Deb, we went down to Telinipara, and what we saw there really was something that shook both of us. There we had seen large-scale communal clashes between the Hindu and the Muslim community. On the 20th of May, in the middle of the pandemic, West Bengal was greeted by Cyclone Amphan, which was devastating, to put it mildly. My coverage of Amphan really, it started on the day that Amphan hit West Bengal. This window came off completely. The realization also hit me that if this can happen to me staying in a high-rise building, I cannot imagine what is happening to people who are on the ground, people who do not have as much privileges as I do. And that is what motivated me to step out to cover the tragedy that was Amphan. We are coming to you right from the heart of South Kolkata. We are in Regent Park.
One of these days I went walking down the empty streets of Chennai, especially T Nagar, the shopping district of the city. And it was amazing to see elderly security guards who have been standing guard day and night despite pay cuts to safeguard these empty streets.
The first ground report that I did during the pandemic was to take a train ride from New Delhi to Agra.
Hospitals were running short of beds. So when I visited some of these hospitals, most of the patients, they had one major grievance: lack of compassion from the hospital. Nearly 50% of sex workers have left the place and gone back to their hometown, and those who are remaining are looking for another source of livelihood.
A visually challenged couple, Dharman and Ugandai, in Chengalpattu in Tamil Nadu, were struggling to make ends meet. Now, thanks to your support, they've received over 6 lakh rupees and lots of love.
अभी तो आप स्टार बन गई है, कैसा लग रहा है?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है।
एक गली है संकरी से, यहीं से बच्चे अंदर जा रहे हैं और बाहर भी आ रहे हैं.
There is a lot of deployment of the police and the DMRC staff.
Today I'm in Northeast Delhi, and why am I here? I'm trying to speak to students who had lost everything in Delhi riots. I want to try to speak to students and try to understand what all they lost and how they managed to study A after the riots and B amid the pandemic.
The Hathras incident happened, and I went to the ground, I went to the village. It's very difficult, especially when you are, reporting on such sensitive issues, to constantly tell someone just stay away and keep distance, because you have to engage with them in a conversation. You have to, gain their confidence.
हेलो एंड वेलकम टू द क्विंट। मैं हूं शादाब मोइजी और इस वक्त हम लोग मिथिला की धरती पर हैं। क्या बिहार के चुनावों में बढ़ चढ़कर हिस्सा लेने वाली महिलाएं अब खुले में शौच से आज़ाद हैं? जब बिहार इलेक्शन में हम पहुंचते हैं और बिहार में जब जाते हैं तो फ्लाइट से उतरने के बाद जो नज़ारा होता है वो अपने आप में चौंकाने वाला होता है, क्योंकि ज़्यादातर लोगों के चेहरे पे मास्क नहीं था और सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग आप भूल जाइए। तो लोगों से हम बात करते थे कोरोना के बारे में, तो लोग कहते थे कि कोरोना हवा, फ्लड के दौरान की खबरें तो बहुत ज़्यादा मीडिया में आती हैं, लेकिन उसके बाद की जो खबरें हैं, उसके बाद की जो ज़िंदगी है, उसे लेकर हम कम चर्चा करते हैं। तो मेरी कोशिश थी कि हम बात करें उस पर भी, ख़ास तौर के हम उन औरतों की बात करना चाहते थे, लड़कियों की बात करना चाहते थे। उस फ्लड अफेक्टेड एरिया की जो औरतें हैं उनकी परेशानी क्या है।
मॉर्निंग ऑफ 26 November and people of Chennai have woken up to streets that are waterlogged, trees fallen, and people are picking up the pieces left behind by Cyclone Nivar.
After facing water cannons, tear gas and severe police action, several thousand farmers from Punjab and Haryana have finally reached the national capital.
Covering a protest or a movement on the ground is, as it is, a very challenging task because the situation is always very dynamic and volatile. So naturally I was very scared and very cautious before reaching any of the protest sites, be it the Singhu border or the Tikri border or the Burari ground. But once I was there, none of this mattered. All that I cared about were the protesters and their stories and their voices.
वो तो ये बोल रहा है कि बेटा दंगाई कर रहा था।
हमारे सामने कह दे तो फिर बताएं दंगाई कर रहा था। दंगाई तुम हो कि वो है? हाँ, ये बच्चे नमाज पढ़ के निकल रहे हैं कि हम दंगा करने जा रहे हैं।
We will continue to report on the struggles of Rais, Aftab and Saif's families, but doing these stories cost money. And your support could give us the much needed impetus to expand our reportage
and give a voice to those who are unheard.
आपके सपोर्ट से ही हम खबरें कह सकेंगे, वो खबरें कह सकेंगे जो बाकी लोग आपको दिखाते नहीं हैं या दिखाना चाहते नहीं हैं।
it's my request, join the Quint's membership program
and encourage our brand of journalism.
Support independent journalism, support the Quint.